In this video, I'm going to talk about four very important synthesis models, and I'm going to use the Subtractor Polyphonic Synthesizer from the Digital Audio Workstation recent. And first, I'm going to talk about these two oscillators. And the first one, okay, let's just clear that the oscillator is the main sound generator. And the subtractor provides two oscillators. Now here in the first one we have the option of the waveform, and this first oscillator provides 32 waveforms. The first four are standard and the rest are used to emulate the sounds of other instruments. Now usually selecting the waveform is the first step to creating sound. And activating the second oscillator enables more modulation possibilities and produces richer timbres. And the waveform alternatives for the second oscillator are exactly the same. Now the second module is a filter, and Subtractor provides two filters. The first one is a multi-mode filter, and the second one is a low-pass filter. You can see it right here. And a multi-mode, what we can do is that we can choose like a notch filter, high-pass filter, bypass, and a low-pass filter of 12 decibels or a low-pass of 24 decibels. And okay, now the third module that I'm going to talk about is the amplitude envelope, and right here we can see four parameters. The first one is attack, the second one is decay, the third one is sustain, and the fourth one is release. Now let's remember that the amplitude envelope, it controls how the volume of the sound is going to change right from the moment you press a key to the moment that you release it. And okay, now attack is how much time does it take the sound to get to its maximum level. Then decay, it's the time it takes the sound to drop from its maximum level to the sustain level. And okay, let's just clear that attack and decay are time, so it's attack time and decay time. Sustain is a level, that's why we call it sustain level. And well, the sustain level is where the sound is going to rest at, and this comes after the decay time. And finally we have the release. The release time works the same as decay, but it determines the time it takes the value to go to 0 after the release key. Now let's talk about the mode envelope, and this one works kind of the same as the amp envelope. Difference here is that the mode envelope allows us to choose a destination. And okay, for example, we have these options and we can select the oscillator number 1. So this mode envelope is going to control the frequency of the oscillator number 1. And we have the same parameters as we have here. We have the attack, decay, sustain, and release, and we also have here the mount. And like I say, we can choose a destination. We can choose oscillator 2, the mix, the phase, frequency, etc. And well, it just allows you to control something else that you want. Then we have the LFO, that stands for low frequency operator, and this is also an oscillator, but it has two main differences. The first one is that it only generates waveforms with low frequency, and the second one is that the output, it's not actually heard, so you don't really hear an LFO. And the LFO has to control something else, and it's usually used to produce a vibrato. Now this is all for today. Thank you very much for watching. I'm Karina Rivera from Mexico City, and see you next time.